Rome is a city full of hidden treasures.
It's where grapes and wine fall from the sky. Grazie!
I'll enter Rome's world of high fashion.
Oh.
Rome is the capital of pasta.
Fresh pasta made with love.
Very good, Michelle.
I know.
In Rome, a skirt can make you a lot of lira. Grazie. Grazie. They think I'm Italian. Grazie. Huh?
Hello world, I've been waiting for a chance to see your face. Oh, hello world, I am ready for a different kind of place. And I'm flying to somewhere else, 'cause I'm searching for something else. And I'm leaving, I don't know where I'm gonna land. Oh no, yes, I'm leaving, I don't know where I'm gonna land.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Travelers. I'm Pierce Munning.
I'm Barbara Alvarez.
I'm Michelle Kruzik. They say all roads lead to Rome.
You know, Michelle, we've been told to avoid cliches like the plague.
We've just arrived in the capital of Italy, the ancient and modern city of Rome. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Bear with me here. Legend has it that the city was born when a local princess was raped by Mars, the god of war.
Two illegitimate twins were the result. They were cast away, set to drift on the Tiber River, washed ashore, and were nursed by a she-wolf.
Their names were Romulus and Remus, and they grew up to become the leaders of their tribe. One day, they got into an argument, and Romulus murdered Remus. Romulus became the ruler and founded the city of Rome in 753 BC.
That was almost 3,000 years ago. Since then, the city has been built layer upon layer, grown from village to empire, and collapsed back into a city. Rome has been home to Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, Cleopatra, Saints Peter and Paul, Michelangelo, Mussolini, and a whole lot of popes.
Not bad for just one city. Today there are 4 million Romans, not one of which can size this city up in just a few sentences. So, when in Rome...
I think you know the answer to that one.
So how would you describe Rome?
Very laid back, I would say. Laid back, and they love the good things of life. You know, good food, good weather, you know, pleasures. Dolce vita is still there. Deep down, yeah.
The sweet life, right?
The sweet life.
You must have a lot of friends here.
I've got a lot of friends, yeah.
All right, you want to meet a couple more?
Absolutely,
All
yeah.
right, I'm going to introduce you to my friend Barbara Michelle.
Really?
And you're going to hang out with us for a couple days, all right? Okay, good.
Io sono contenta di stare qua.
You know, she says that the first thing, you know, when she's abroad, for example, she says that it's, you know, she misses Rome a lot. And the first thing that comes to her mind is that Rome is beautiful.
Per il centro di Roma mi passa tutto, non lo so perché.
Well, for example, when she's a bit sad, when she's a bit down, like we all have this kind of feeling once in a while. She just wanders in the center of Rome with her Walkman on and just listens to music and just looks at, you know, ancient Rome.
Rome is a very romantic city. There are parks or plazas all over the city where lovers gather, where they meet. It's very romantic.
Prende il motorino o la Vespa
Certo.
e poi va anche di moda.
There's a lot of traffic, so people prefer to go on a Vespa to, you know, to get to A to B in the quickest time possible.
At night, the city transforms because everybody comes out and they congregate in these plazas where they'll sit on the Spanish Steps. And the city provides the perfect backdrop for hanging out.
In Italy, we have 32 different kind of pasta. And this place is a nice place because they make pasta by hand.
This place here?
Every day, and you can see exactly the different pasta. Made, of course, by different cooks, but it's a fantastic dinner or lunch.
I love pasta. I could eat pasta for breakfast, lunch, dinner. I could have it for dessert. I just love noodles. Carlo took me to a little trattoria, which is usually a family-owned restaurant that specializes in simple but very good homemade food. I went into the restaurant and I met Max and Anna. They're a husband and wife team. Max started this restaurant about 25 years ago, but he himself has been making pasta for his whole life.
Romani, il mangiare e la trattoria.
For a Roman citizens, the first thing is to eat lunch and dinner in one trattoria.
Oh yeah, Max wrote down some of these pasta types for me. There's, in my best Italian accent of course, spaghetti, spaghetti,
Vermicelli,
penne,
ricattoni, fusilli,
farfalle,
orecchiette,
vermicelli, bucatini,
i sedanini,
ziti, ravagliati,
cannolicchi, spaghettini,
tagliolini, gomiti, or gomiti,
bombolotti, conchiglie, farfalle,
concigli, spaghettini, sedani, tortiglioni, linguini, lasagna, cannelloni, fettuccini, tagliatelle.
50
all
different.
kinds.
Ne mangio tantissima, mangerei solo pasta.
Eat only pasta night and day.
Yeah?
Si vede
Is this your pasta night and day right here? Anna taught me how to make pasta, and it requires flour,
Flour on the table.
egg, and water. Really simple.
How many people are we making for?
For about 14 people.
14 people.
Un foro al centro della farina e mette delle uova fresche, torlo e chiara.
Fresh eggs. 8 eggs for 1 kilo of flour.
Okay. Making the pasta is hard because when you put all those ingredients together and you start making the dough hardens and you have to really knead and you have to get your muscles into kneading that dough. Anna, can you show me how to knead the dough and how to make the pasta, Anna?
You mean like a bowl, huh?
Make it like a what?
Like a bowl, like that.
Like a bowl?
Yeah,
Adesso
okay.
chiaramente un po'
And it's like wrestling. It's like arm wrestling because I was fighting with this piece of dough. Boy, this is
metto più
really
dentro
tough.
l'angolo. Il sale, Anna.
I would never eat.
Dai.
I would just be kneading for the rest of my life.
Se stava bene, sta facendo bene così in questo momento. Wait 1 minute. Yeah. They show us.
Con questo devi fare.
I'm getting hot.
With this.
The key ingredient to making good pasta is the flour, the type of flour you use.
The water, the flour, and the eggs.
Sì, quando
But everybody has eggs and water.
Depende on the water. In Rome, the water is not the same in Naples, on the south of Italy. Depende on the water.
mette perché sennò si attaccherebbero l'una con l'altra.
Anna and I ended up going into the kitchen to make the pasta and the sauce. And I don't know how it happened, but the women ended up in the kitchen and the guys were outside clanging on the table waiting for their pasta to be served. All right, gentlemen.
Michelle.
The pasta, fresh pasta made with love.
Oh, thank you very
Here
much.
you go. Oh, look, it doesn't even fit the table.
Very good, Michelle.
I know.
You have a nice teacher.
Yes.
Life? Delicious?
Wonderful. How do you say wonderful?
Bellissimo.
Bellissimo.
Watch me get thrown to the lions next on Travelers. Hey, get your picture taken with a real gladiator. You want to take a picture with me?
Just picture for free, don't worry about it.
You are Mr. Rome.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know that there's so much history here that it exhausts me. After 4 hours, I want to run back to my hotel room and close the blinds. There's layers and layers and layers of history here. Can you give me a condensed history of Rome?
Rome was founded by Romulus 3,000 years ago when it was very small, only 2,000 people. Then the 7 kings after Romulus. And then after Romulus, the Republic, SPQR, the Senatus Populusque Roma. Because all around the city it's possible to see the 4 Latin letters SPQR, 509 BC, when was proclaimed the first Republic. But the Republic finished when Julius Caesar was assassinated 44 years before Christ. Then after Julius Caesar we have Augustus, Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, Nero and 85 Caesars. When the last one died 476 after Christ and finished the Roman Empire, we had the invaders for centuries and centuries. Then the popes for about 900 years. All the popes were our kings. Then in 1870, when the last one was Pius IX, he lost the power, was proclaimed the monarchy. And then the Republic, I don't know tomorrow because we change so quickly in Italy.
Right, right. Well, that was pretty good. That was about 2 minutes.
Rome's tumultuous history is alive and well. Some people simply exist by recreating Rome's past. Piers met one creative professional who earned the feather in his cap.
In a lot of cities, they have people who dress up as their historical personalities. In Rome, they choose to emulate the lower half of the food chain from Roman history. Gladiators and centurions. These guys can make an extra buck by hanging out in front of the Colosseum, paying the city 20,000 lira a day rent on an outfit to be a centurion.
Look cool, man.
Thanks.
You should have put this one. Yeah, you look like Mr. California, man.
Oh, yeah?
You know how to gym, right?
Yeah, right. But you're a little bit tanner than I am, you know.
It's okay.
You get a lot of sun out here, I guess.
Well, Rome always sun. It's like Rome is like Florida. You know what I mean?
You do this to pick up chicks?
Yes.
He's kind of got this classic Roman, rough, handsome look to him. I mean, he looks like he's kind of been beat up a little bit by life. But he's better looking because of it. He's got these piercing blue eyes and he's tan and he's just got this presence that's whatever, you know?
You want to know about my secret life now, huh?
I want to know about the secret life of a centurion.
Okay. So the movie with Demi Moore and Robert Redford?
Yeah.
That was in Las Vegas?
Indecent Proposal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes American women they do it too.
Oh, they do? Oh! So listen, can I try your outfit on?
Yes, of course.
Really?
Yes.
Will you give me some tips?
Well, you should tip me.
I'll tip
I
you.
give you a favor.
All right, no,
I'll give you a favor.
I'll give you a kickback. So we're going to the little centurion's room now. There's no bathrooms right there, so he puts me in front of this old cell. He says, "This is my dressing room. I don't have a key." Change right here?
Yeah.
Oh man, right out in public, huh? See? I got the special sumo underwear on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anybody want to get their picture taken with me? Yeah, baby. This guy's body was made for this outfit, man. I look like a geek. Okay, so where do I start? Give me some tips.
You stop in one place, like close to the big stones. You stay there, you know, and where the people come. Some people give a good tip, some people doesn't give you tip at all.
All right, here comes some tourists. Let me just go stand in their way. Come on, baby. Hey, come here. Hey, get your picture taken with a real gladiator.
È gratis, non paghi niente.
Huh?
Te la fa gratis.
Centurion. How do you say that in German?
Morituri.
Who made the salad? Tutti frutti.
You want to be American TV?
Tough. I haven't made anything yet.
You want to give your tips?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, how about me? It's my natural manhood coming out now. I'm a dangerous kind of a guy. Ave! Hey, you want to take a picture with me?
Just picture for free, don't worry about it.
They're not buying it.
If I and a photo for Schenken?
He doesn't want to take
Oh,
a
you
picture.
take pictures, sir.
He's
Take the
shy. Okay. Okay. This is not as easy as it seems, and it's kind of embarrassing. No? Oh, better? Huh? Oh, yeah.
Have to show the legs too. That's what
Yeah. All right, the new bus comes in. It's Action City. Everybody wants a picture. Hey, how are you? Oh, baby. Yeah. Hey. Grazie. I'm irresistible, aren't I? Hey, I can't help it. Okay. Hey. Grazie. All right, I'm making some big money. Grazie. Grazie. I think I'm Italian. Grazie. Huh? They're getting mad. I'm weaseling into their territory. I think they're scared. I would be. If you work too close to somebody else's territory, it's really uncool. It's really a big mistake. All of a sudden, the vibe got really mean. Uh-oh, I think there's a little controversy here with the guys up on the block. Alberto.
Yeah.
I think I better get out of here before those other centurions kill me.
They're gonna kill me too.
All right, let's go change back. They'll never recognize me in my street clothes. We'll make it up to them. We'll give them some tips. We'll meet a man whose voice can bring down the house and rock the neighborhood. Next on Travelers. Rome is a city of districts, each with its own history, street life, and cat colony. Cat colony, you say? That's right. Rome is a city for our feline friends. They say the trend began when Cleopatra brought two of her Egyptian cats here back in 54 BC. Unfortunately for them, Julius Caesar was allergic to the little kitties and cast them out into the street. Now, thanks to him, there's 120,000 stray cats living in Rome. Barbara and Michelle went to meet a few of them and the kind people who feed them.
Michelle and I heard of all of these cat colonies in the ruins all over Rome, and we heard of one called the Forum that's the biggest one. A group of volunteers got together about 3 years ago, and realizing that the cats needed some extra attention and needed to be spayed and neutered, they created an organization to take care of the cats. Excuse me, kitty. Hi.
Oh, thank you. You bring us a gift for our cats.
For your kitties. How are you?
Thank you.
I'm Barbara.
Sylvia.
Nice
Thank
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We met a woman named Sylvia that for the last few years has been dedicating her life to helping the cats.
Follow me, but I was warning you that it's very dangerous, so be very careful where you put your feet.
Okay, okay.
Okay, follow me, please. As you can see, this is an archaeological place where the cats have always assembled since the digging of this particular archaeological zone.
What kind of ruins were these? What was this place?
These are temples of the 3rd and 4th century before Christ.
Oh, wow.
Perhaps the most ancient ruins in Rome.
The most ancient?
The most ancient.
Ooh. We heard that there are 120,000 stray cats in Rome. Sylvia said that there are over 200,000 and that it's a huge problem. Apparently, the Romans don't believe in neutering their cats. They feel that their cats, their male cats especially, have to be macho. They want them to reproduce.
My cat is a male and he must have a sexual, a complete sexual life. They ignore that a cat left to himself can give birth to a lot of kittens whose fate is to die in hundreds of terrible ways of dying.
They aim to find homes for the cats that they have. They don't want people abandoning their cats now because they don't have the manpower, they don't have the money to take on new cats. But right now they have about 250.
They say, but we have no evidence, that in this corner, more or less, Julius Caesar was stabbed to death by Brutus.
Isn't it funny that it's full of cats and he was so allergic to cats?
I didn't think
that's
that
ironic.
It's a revenge.
Revenge. So the cat lady tells us about the Pied Piper, who's another woman that comes a couple times a week and has a big party for the cats. They weren't expecting you, were they?
No, they were not.
Alda really bonds with these cats, and she knows every cat by name, by personality. She has her favorites. She gives chicken wings to particular cats because she knows certain cats like the chicken wings.
See.
Oh. Yummy. Is this chicken that you make or that you buy?
No, I buy the chicken, I boil the chicken, and I take the bones out of the chicken, and I cut it into pieces. There is one of my favorite cats I don't see. Junoni! Her name is Junoni.
You have to really experience this place. But if you go, don't bring your cat, but bring cat food.
Why do you continue to battle?
I love cats, of course. But I love also humans, and I want them to be better than they are.
This is the Opera House of Rome. The name may be simple, but performing here isn't. People come to Rome from all over the world to learn to sing opera, and Pearson Michel found a man that fulfills those dreams.
We went to visit this famous opera singer from Italy, who's also a teacher, lives in this little residential neighborhood about 20 minutes from the center of Rome. His name's Sergio Panahia, and he has this little place where he gives lessons to professionals and semi-professionals and I guess amateurs.
Cambia stato d'animo, giusto freddo.
Michel and I and Carlo arrived right as he was in the middle of a lesson with a woman named Anne, who just started singing a little bit later in her life, started taking lessons.
ma anche di collegamento, come dicevo prima, ad altre realtà di spettacolo.
A few years ago, nothing, but now, in about 2-3 years, we saw many students, many young boys and girls in the opera house.
A lot of people consider opera to be this haughty form of entertainment that's kind of boring and it's for old people, and people go to the opera to be seen, but they don't really go to listen to opera. So for you to say that a lot of young people are going to opera now is a really big deal.
Nell'opera ci sono due aspetti controversi.
We have
due differenti pubblici, due differenti anche aspetti di fruizione del fenomeno.
Spectators are different spectators into different times.
E succede un po' come il tifo, si formano delle fazioni,
like the
pro Callas, pro Tebaldi, pro Pavarotti, pro Domingo.
Fighting between the two very important
Fans.
Really?
figures, yes.
Like they're rock stars.
Yes,
The rock stars is the
it's
same.
similar.
Remember?
Yes.
We just talked to him about opera, about the history of opera, what it takes to be an opera singer, why opera sounds different than other things, how opera singers can reach the back of a house and fill an entire theater with this magnificent voice.
Do you want to try?
Can we both
Yeah,
try?
we want. Okay, we'd like to do a couple notes and then have you tell us whether or not we could be good singers or not.
I just want to find out how to get out of my throat. How do you say throat in Italian?
Gola.
Gola. Mi gola. No,
Gola.
You try. Good. Look to me. Control. No.
Jerry Lewis.
Yes. È quello dell'appoggio, del sostegno di tutta questa zona
The
addominale.
muscles of the body.
Quando
yeah.
noi cantiamo questa zona qui,
This is the playing, you know?
questa
Yes.
zona qui,
I can already.
deve avere questo appoggio
Yes.
qui.
Yeah, great control.
Su questa.
Yes.
Again. Open your mouth. Okay. Do you want some water?
No, I'm okay. I'm just.
Something?
I'm afraid of disappointing you.
Come?
Paura che tutti ti arrabbi, che ti
No.
dispiaci.
Così carina, come faccio a
It's so
dispiacere?
beautiful, it's impossible.
Now I can begin.
Italian men.
Okay.
And he sang for us, which completely blew my mind. He said, when I sing, it's as if I'm flying. And when the notes come out and I sing correctly, it lifts the audience up. So they're flying with me. So for a few brief moments, we're all off the ground and flying.
I want you to help me do an Armani makeover. And be serious here, don't just make fun of me. Next on Travelers.
The end of the 19th century, exactly, Rome, with the Queen of Italy, Margaret of Savoy, began the most famous 10 Paris for the fashion. This was because the Queen was very, very elegant, and she was very, very famous in Europe too, the Queen Margaret. So the ladies, they copied the dress of the Queen of Italy. And this tradition started exactly in 1878 and continues because the Roman fashion is very famous all over the world.
people walk through Rome, through the streets of Rome, and as if they're being looked at. You know, they've just got this sense of style that is excellent. So I thought I'd get a little taste of what that was like and go into an Armani store. See this? Guanaco, a rare blend from Peru. There's 10 of these in Italy. This store was so nice that they had models show me the clothes. How long have you been here for?
Since, yeah.
Really?
12. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got here at 10.
And you're both from
Norway.
Oslo.
What is the look? What is the Italian look?
It's like a elegant, classical.
Will you guys walk around and help me pick out a suit to wear? We're going to see if we can give me... I want you to help me do an Armani makeover. And be serious here. Don't just make fun of me.
Well, it's my mom and my girl that picks up my clothes. I have no taste whatsoever. So maybe she should pick out.
What, this one?
Yeah.
Really? For me? Those stripes?
Mm-hmm.
Steve?
Make you look slim.
Makes me look slimmer?
Yeah.
What are you telling me? See if I can cram myself into this thing. Mr. Patty.
Wow. But I think it's something with the hair. No.
Wait a minute. You haven't even looked at me in the suit yet.
No, it's not. It's okay, but
It always have to be hair and makeup first.
Yeah.
no funny comments about my hair. I was still feeling different wearing this suit, but I wanted to try and capture this movement that men have when you see them walk down the street here, this kind of bad attitude.
first you gotta relax. You can't. I was noticing upstairs you're a little bit.
Really?
That's that bad. You gotta relax a little bit. It's Armani. You're just, you're smooth. You're cool, but not trying to be.
Show me how you walk.
I walk.
Yeah, just go ahead. Show me how you walk.
Just a normal walk. But if this was a runway, you would stop, do something, relax, and then just keep walking normal.
Now just go for it.
And then it was my turn.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Hey.
That's a little bit.
She liked it better than you did, huh? I want to buy this suit. Any idea how much it is?
It's expensive.
What's expensive?
Well, I would say between $1,300 and $1,500 US, more or less.
For the suit?
Where do they get the money to live like this? I don't know. I certainly can't afford it.
Thanks, guys.
Picking grapes for the wine party can be a party in itself.
Next on Travelers.
È meglio il vino dei castelli e desta zozza società.
Our Italian friend Paolo took Michelle and I to the Marino Wine Festival. But first, he wanted us to get a little background on Italian wines. So we went to a vineyard in Frascati. What's the area?
E questa zona come si chiama?
Questa si chiama Mazzarosa.
Mazzarosa is the name of this area.
Famous for growing wine?
Famous for growing
wine
wine,
grapes?
yes.
Mazzarosa, dal nome di una famiglia di ricchi romani dell'Ottocento, del Settecento. Anzi.
It comes from a name of a
Erano
family
proprietari di tutta questa zona qui.
in 1800. Yeah.
What kind of wine is produced here? All the same or different kinds?
E che tipo di vino si produce qui?
Qui si produce il Frascati DOC.
Frascati DOC, which is the name of the wine that's produced in this area.
Wine grapes have been traditionally grown here? Is this a relatively new
Qui si produce il vino da tantissimi anni, credo, no?
Da sempre, dai tempi dei Romani, penso.
Since the Roman times, since
long time.
civilization.
I thought that picking grapes to make wine was backbreaking work. There were a few people out there. Apparently the work takes only a week. It's a small field, and they were having a great old time.
Però noi siamo quelli. Comunque la bottiglia di vino a tavola è necessaria, non se ne può fare a meno.
Sì. Italians, Romans drink wine when they eat, so it's we don't produce beer here or anything else. We just drink wine, so it's very important.
Che gli rispondiamo in coro. È meglio il vino dei castelli e desta zozza società.
Bravi!
Paulo then took us to Antonio's estate, and he has an incredible wine cellar in this incredible house.
Antonio.
Paolo.
Piacere. C'è una cosa molto bella da vedere che adesso sarà un piacere mostrarvela.
He's going to show us something wonderful that is in there in his cellar.
Great.
So
your wine cellar.
Yeah.
I felt like I was walking through a catacomb. We were 40 meters under the earth, or 120 feet. It was very cold, and everywhere you looked were just these bottles of wine. He said he had 200,000 bottles of wine. So this is a pretty extensive collection he has.
Risale al 300-400 d.C.
Historians say that it dates back to 300, 400 after Christ.
Really?
Yeah, this cave.
E abbiamo bisogno adesso di queste grotti per fare la maturazione in bottiglia che va dai 2 anni ai 5, 6, 7 anni.
So these bottles here season for minimum 3 years up to 5, 6 years. So.
It says, what is the writing on these tablets next to these?
Che cosa significa questo scritto?
Questo scritto è il nome del vino che si chiama Dedo.
It's the name of the wine.
93.
And that was the year of the harvest.
Yeah.
E qui invece c'è una cosa molto bella.
He's going to show us something very special here.
That's kind of spooky, actually.
At the end of the tunnel was an altar that was pagan and Christian. It had a Celtic symbol, and it also had a symbol of the cross of Constantinople.
They're two symbols dating from different periods in history, so that's the controversy here. Nobody knows, which came first, but having a Celtic cross up there is kind of unusual.
Mi piace guardarlo e vengo qualche volta in meditazione.
In meditazione, he comes here and he meditates.
And drinks wine.
Anche.
It's part of the meditation.
Along this one altar that he had set up were 2 wine bottles and some glasses, and I thought that they were always there. I thought he was worshiping wine, but he actually had set it up for us to try.
Are you supposed to swish it around?
Probably not.
Swish it around.
Salute.
Thank you very much.
Salute.
Grazie.
I think we're ready for the wine festival.
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
We're going to the Marino Wine Festival. Next on Travelers.
I think she's drunk a lot of wine. Molto vino. Molto vino. Too much wine.
Michelle and I finally made it to the festival around 3 o'clock, and it was in full swing at that point. How many years in a row have you been to the festival, the wine festival?
73 years.
Oh, that's how long it's been, yes, in existence.
Yes.
How many years have you come?
I was born here in 1971, so when I was little, I always came here to see the festival. This is a festival where there are two kinds of things to celebrate. The history and the product of this town, that is the wine and grapes.
And the grapes.
Yes.
People were dancing in the streets, people were singing, people were sitting at tables feasting and drinking wine and knocking on the tables and singing out loud.
I think she's drunk a lot of wine. Molto vino. Molto vino. Too much wine. One lady, she bear hugged me into this dance, and then started kissing me afterwards, which I enjoyed. But then I thought she was going to kiss my face off. You could tell that there was a lot of wine drinking going on.
Some older women had decorated their balconies with grapes. And then, during the festival, they were cutting the grapes off of their balcony, putting them in a basket with a piece of string, and lowering it to the street.
The climax of this whole wine festival is the wine fountain. And that's a place where they set up a huge wine stand and they give out free wine and free grapes. Everybody knows when this is going to happen, so they all congregate around the wine fountain. People will let the wine flow, and it'll flow freely to whomever can get it.
Costanza, tiranna del cuore detestiamo, qual morbo crudele, sol chi vuole si servi fedele, non va a vogliono se non va libertà, dei mariti il geloso furore, degli amanti le mani e derida, anche d'arco, dicendo che destino se mi funge se...
We have had a blast. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you've enjoyed it.
Oh, it was a great
Absolutely.
day.
It's been
It's an
fun
awesome
for me,
time.
I'm telling you.
I would say so. Woo!
Well, when I come to America, I want to see something similar, you know? You've got to make it up there.
We will. That's a challenge, I see.
This is one of the most famous sites in Rome, the Trevi Fountain. It was made famous in that movie 3 Coins in a Fountain, remember?
What took us so long to get here?
The best for last.
Yeah, it was built during the Renaissance by a guy named Niccolo Salvi. And that guy up there is Neptune. He's supposed to be the king of the sea. But they say that if you put your back to the fountain and you throw a coin over your right shoulder, you're bound to return to Rome again. Yeah.
Well, that's obviously popular. These guys down here, I heard, every Monday come down here with their big vacuum cleaners. They suck up all the change that's collected in the bottom of the fountain, put it into bags, and give it to the city.
Let's try that coin thing.
All right.
Yeah. Money.
Pockets. Here we go.
Thank
I'm always treating you guys. Ready?
All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
It worked. All right. Meet you back in a year.
All right.
Okay.
That's all the time we have for now. We'll see you next time on Travelers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.